The Sapir-Whorf hypothesis, or principle of linguistic relativity, explores how much language affects our perception. If there is no way for you to express private property, I don't think it's unrealistic to assume that you may act a little bit differently because of that. These ideas puzzled many linguists as well as anthropologists and made them wonder how much language could affect perceptions, or even if it did at all. The American linguist William Whitney believed that Native American languages should be eradicated because the speakers were savages. The thought that Native Americans stayed in poverty because of their language was popular and mainstream in the early 20th century. Men like Whitney attempted to destroy these languages to make the speakers more civilized. The first anthropologist to even challenge this idea was Franz Boas. Boas strongly argued that there was no such thing as a primitive language, and that all languages could express the same beliefs equally, even if it is in different terms. Boas's student Edward Sapir also became extremely fascinated with language. He realized that there was no way to perfectly translate one language to another. Based off that, he came to the conclusion that this is because of a culture's grammatical differences and their perception of reality. This would mean that all cultures that speak a different language would interpret things such as nature, common things we have in our language such as snow, differently based off of how they live or how dependent they are on it. Sapir's student was Benjamin Whorf, who more than any other anthropologist is accredited with the principle of linguistic relativity. Whorf strongly believed that language directly affected behavior. And although he didn't have any major degree in linguistics, all major anthropologists in his time took his work as at the most superb professional level. Whorf tirelessly looked for examples to support his theories that behavior is directly affected by language. One of the best examples I could find is his studies of the Hopi Indian tribe. The Indian tribe had no word to describe time, so their daily rituals were much different than ours. There are many different examples that were found, but basically he showed that someone's entire day in life could be changed just by manipulating one word. These ideas Whorf studied helped lead to cognitive linguistics, which is basically the study of metaphors within a culture. Like how we would say time is money, that shows our importance that our society puts on money, or can you spare 5 minutes, our importance on time and keeping track of it. Although Whorf was Sapir's student, most of their time was spent extremely far away from each other. And a lot of their tests and studies didn't even have anything to do with each other. A lot of the work that is involved in the Sapir-Whorf theory is honestly only Whorf's, and some of it Sapir himself might not even have supported. I think it's extremely unfair to group them together as one, but it's always been this way historically. The Sapir-Whorf hypothesis is still relatively young. It's basically less than 50 years old. There's still an endless amount of opportunity to advance on this subject and learn more. I believe if we learn more about the language of other cultures, we could learn a lot more about our own and work to realize how our language works and really further our understanding of anthropology.